people, welcome in, and oh, that's hide that. There we go. I was wondering why the mic was a black box. So anyway, welcome in everybody. It's community time. I haven't figured out a cool, fun name. Maybe we'll brainstorm that here on today's stream of just a fun word, title, whatever for this stream, the Tuesday streams, where lately it's been event related because there's been a lot of event stuff, and you'll see the mess behind me. Pay no attention to the event prep. But regardless, welcome in everybody. A lot of you were on the draw. Like, we know this is happening. We're going to do I Am Awesome. So if you haven't, do so. I think like 20 of you did before I even came on screen. So you know the routine. I think there was probably about 10 seconds into starting the stream. So probably the Twitch delay that somebody finally went in there. 10 Talon, the first one right there on the rip, 7 o'clock. That's my being held accountable. 10 Talon making sure that I'm going to be here and I'm going to stream. Welcome in Down Under Maker. I'll imagine you're from Australia. I would do an accent, but I'd butcher it. Let's see who else we got in here. We got 10 Talon, of course. Basic Twitch, yeah, you know the rest. Good name. Span Magoo, Joe Lambic, Brian 6170, Kensley K1, Little John Original. I am a fan of delicious flavor. Joe, Gocklide. I think we've been over this before in the past. Gocklide, something, but by butchering that too. But Sean Doan, Stay Creepin', We Have Fun Official, Almighty Malachi, Stay Creepin', Stay Creepin' with the creepy eyes. Meow Mitten, where we at here? Feral Elder Millennial, We Have Fun Official. Fun. We have, see, that's kind of, we have F unofficial or we have fun official. And we can go both ways. James the Printer, welcome in. Juan Felice, Shirtle 3D, I know that guy's familiar. Tulsa Skin, Dad's Workbench, Dad's RC Workbench. You guys are loading up the chat. Crafty Alexandra, welcome in. Just following instructions. The Sean told us to type by the little ticker. It's so professional, right? Well, if anything, too, eventually, once we're not so busy with event prep, is maybe working with you guys on some show optimization for Meet the Polymaker. Always like some good ideas. Working on an intro, waiting for the nice weather to come and stay here in Ohio, to film some stuff, see how it all works out. I've got a buddy that's pretty creative and with filming, so we'll see. Maybe an official intro to the show. Anyone else have Romper Room Magic Mirror flashbacks? Was that a Canadian? Yeah, that had to have been a Canadian thing because I have no idea. Romper Room Magic Mirror, was that a show or cartoon? And it was because of how I entered in, like in your face right there, boom. Kids show. Doesn't sound like a kid's show. Halidio, or Olitio. I don't know. Bearded Printer's in here. Now we got two printer guys, James the Printer and Bearded Printer. You're gonna have to duke it out for the last name title of printer. Only one of you can have it. Next rep wrap, boxing gloves. I'll make the merch. Get the joke, everybody that's been waiting for merch. Cousins. You can still, even more of a reason to fight if you're cousins. Remember, it was an American children's television series that was franchised and syndicated from 1953 to 1994. I'll have to look it up. At each episode, she would look into her magic mirror and call out the kid's name she could see. It was mind-blowing if she called. So she would use first names, I'll assume. Polymaker Ohio Cedar Point field trip? I'm game. I'm due for some roller coasters. Been a couple years. TPU gloves. Until a layer splits and their fist goes right through it. We'll think. We think of all the good ideas around here. And then I can't forget the YouTube. Sorry guys. Andy McDandy CDN. Tulsa Skin, you're over there too. Charles Hall. My Tech Fun. Hey, welcome in, Igor. Igor? I butchered that. I'm just caught in the moment. I am Electro, but but yeah. So what are we going to do today? I have no idea. I haven't planned anything. These are usually not really planned or scripted out. Kind of whatever I'm working on. See what you guys are working on. Get you guys' input. You guys make cool stuff. I've shown this already before, but we got a ton of these getting printed out by a community member. Let's get my face out of it. The Polycoin. It's going to be for Rapid TCT in Detroit. So if you're there in the area, stop by. Right now, these are only planned for Rapid. Of course, we could always manufacture new ones for other events. But fun thing, which was Technoside 2 and Tech Huskies. Kind of half and half, I think, on the design. Took elements from each and combined them. And honestly, it turned out really, really good. So I'm happy with that. That was one of the mini tasks for Rapid TCT. The wall game is all packaged other than what you see behind me. This is all the interactive tiles. So I'll show a couple things here. Let's get a couple of these here. Yeah, we'll just do this one here. So, for those who don't know, this is a Panchroma wall game, and I'm not a modeler. I won't even say a master remixer, but I'm getting better and better at remixing other people's models and 3D Builder for Microsoft, which is discontinued, unfortunately. But these were all tiles. They were all solid tiles. These were all designed by Luke, who is part of our EU team. So what I had to go through, they had all the different tiles designed for each family in the Panchroma lineup. We wanted to make it a game, so I had to make interactive tiles. So picking the most translucent filaments in the Panchroma lineup, and then making them. So number one, they had a little button to push. Then figuring out how to design to have that button push, register, and also a light inside there, which will give you a little inside look here. Nothing crazy, but I was really happy because it didn't take very many iterations to get this to work. So. The wire through there is just a LED ring from Adafruit, and it's just USB powered. It's actually pretty bright, but we've got a little inset there. It's a nice pressure fit, and then we got the base plate, and of course the wire's fed through there. That way it can go through the wall. But and then the base plate's got a square in the middle, and that's for this little key switch. Just it's a USB single key switch from Amazon. And that pressure fits into that square. And then these tiles, well, basically the subtract from the tile was designed to be a little bit hollowed out. You see a little bit of edge there. Keep blocking my face. And then keyed so this would pressure fit into there. So everything's all pressure fit. You could glue them if you wanted to, but LEDs aren't forever. Anything can happen. They're very small wires, which will be super glued for tension. Not super glued, sorry. Hot glued for tension. But that way they can always be taken apart and fixed if there's any problem. But yeah, like I said, this goes in. You have to do it just even enough. Makes that nice little crunch sound. And then these are all fitted and keyed. Let's see if the mic will pick it up. There you go. And then you got your tile. You got to orient the logo right, and then push down pressure-wise, and then ta-da! That's got your game tile. So, of course, a USB, another cable go in there for the switch. So every tile has two USBs, a white and a black. Those go into an LED module, which I have on the floor. It's in pieces, well, not in pieces, but it'll end up in a nice little project box, such as this. So I designed it so the board, the LED controller goes in there and mounts inside, screws into the posts. And then this closes in the USB. There's USB 4 there and 4 there. So that's where they all get controlled through. So USB connection on the end. Doesn't require, since the LEDs, even when as bright as they are, they don't require external power source. They pull enough from the USB. So that's just a plug-in USB, plug in a USB hub for the switches, the keyboard switches, and there you go. But some of them were a little bit tricky. You couldn't just subtract the hexagon, because if you do that on this one, they would have peaks, little pokey. So when you push it down, it'd stab up in your hand. So, I had to had to subtract the star. That way everything kind of stays flat. It doesn't push down far enough to actually impact any of these edges, so it's good. But I had to design for each. We got the translucents, the glow in the darks, the celestials, and the luminous, and the UV shift. And yeah, that's all of them. So we're gonna have 16 interactive tiles. Unfortunately, the one that made it to TCT Asia could not be played. They had internet issues. Everything that could work against them worked against them. So they just had a nice display wall. But this one is going to be. I will be there. I will make sure every effort that this thing is fully up and running. Ideally, we're gonna have sound to it, some music playing, some sound effects, and yeah, you'll be able to register a high score and all that stuff. So lots of fun stuff to come. But that's the game. It's pretty much just waiting for updated programming, and we'll be good to go. Let's see here. TPU Glow. See where I left off. I have Joe Mike printing maker chip collectors for Rocky Mountain. Thank you, Joe Mike. A lot of people helping for Rocky Mountain, and it's greatly appreciated. Can't wait for the Bamboo H2D so that I can print bike seats and safety helmets for my enemies. And it's a really good reason to spend $2,200, but to each their own. My 7-year-old son has started designing in Tinkercad and is having me print his designs. That is awesome. So that's my now 12-year-old. He started printing when he was 9.5, 10. And then he messed around. He was big in the Stranger Things. And what I think it's the Demigorgon has like things come out of the head. So he had actually modeled a ring with just basically spikes on it is what it was. But it fit around the cat's head. So it became kind of a necklace collar thing. And then it made spikes. So it made him a Demigorgon. Gorgon, whatever. And yeah, he was just tickled pink. Then he made a Boston little thing that just said Boston. Those letters, but they're all lined up. And but now my 10-year-old daughter 3D prints, and she's gotten into modeling a little bit. But I think once she gets a hold of modeling a lot more, she's the super creative one. So I can't wait. But they've both been able to design something and print it and then have it in their hand. And that's to see the look on their face when they see it for the first time, like, I made this, is awesome. Clearly Random, thank you for joining. Welcome in. And yes, you are awesome. We'll draw for some filament at the end of the stream here. And I won't keep it too long today. We'll probably try to keep it around an hour. We're 18 minutes in. I ramble a lot, so we'll see. But yeah, I've got a lot of things prepping because this week I go to Adepticon. I fly out on Thursday. Be there Friday, Saturday. So anybody in the Milwaukee area, if it's worth a drive, the Adepticon event itself is free to get into. So food, exhibitors to see all the booths and everything. The only thing you would have to pay for if you're going is if you're going to play tabletop games at their gigantic setup. If you're not playing, bring the kids. There should be plenty of fun stuff. Of course, we're going to have some interaction at our booth. Hopefully all that turns out well. Actually, it's mostly done. I'm printing some last minute pieces, but the thing is if everything survives the trip. So I'll do my best on that part. But yeah, Adepticon, tabletop gaming. I've never played myself. But I've printed like several dice towers now, and they're really fun. And the kids absolutely, they go in the workshop just so they can roll die through the towers. They don't even have any like game they made up. They just want to roll die. Especially Nora, my little 4-year-old. Real men drink coffee without water. Coffee's disgusting regardless. Let's see here. Center of the star reminds me of something. It's Panchroma logo. You're talking about the this here? Panchroma. Yeah, so that's the Panchroma logo. And it's basically a peacock feather is what it is. Pavo's feather. Oh, let's see. Catch up here. Bike and everyone freaked us saying, oh, those safety stands for the helmet stuff. That's like the food safe stuff. Take Ari on tour through all the fun Bamboo Lab programs. Yeah, oh yeah. So the Maker Lab stuff, I've actually used that. I'm making the Maker. I am using the Make My Sign Maker Lab to do the credit plaques for the towers that we're printing, or that are printed. Just do safety with third. Yeah, I gotta scroll down here. Print your own safety gear. Yeah, no, we're not. We don't want to promote print your own safety gear. It's one thing. It's a case study. You know, it's fine if you're testing, but yeah, just common sense, people. Common sense. Did you set a date for Cedar Point, James the Printer? No, I have not. But I'm all about, you know, anybody that's in the Midwest. I mean, even if you're not, but if you like amusement parks, Cedar Point is a very good amusement park in Ohio. We have that. We have Kings Island, and that's pretty much it. Just Cedar Point and Kings Island. Cedar Point has the better coasters. But no, I'm not against that. The little 3D printing meetup and just amusement park doesn't have to be like, you know, like we have all the rep wraps to take care of stuff. So I don't think we need to set up booths and all that thing. But April 25th, yeah, happy birthday to me. I'm only a 2.5 hour drive from there. Yeah, see, so bam. We'll have to see. We'll look into that. Okay, so hit me up in Discord. But what else are we working on? Lots of stuff. Oh, so we're gonna have a social wall. I didn't think what they were calling it, but it's a social wall as part of our booth at Rapid TCT. So if anybody that can't make it wants to go in and be in chat, and we're gonna basically entice people to come. And this is I'm swinging around this, and nobody has an idea what it is. We're gonna give them a mic. There's gonna be more to it, but 3D printed PPS, fun noises. But a confessional. So there you go. We're going to answer questions and whatnot, and we're going to add some elements. So Tiffany, our multi-channel marketing manager, is going to be running that for the most part. There's going to be multiple people kind of throughout, kind of hosting it, but we're going to have our Twitch stream live there, which actually just made me realize, how am I going to stream the event? We might shut it down for like an hour. Where that's not on stream and I'm on stream for the walkthrough, because I want to take you guys to the events. Didn't think that one through until just now. So 3D printing confessional booth. No pre-scholar. No, it's going to be open. It's actually a wall facing the main walkway. But that's the thing too, is not everybody's going to want to walk up and be like, okay, yeah, I'll take the mic and I'll talk to a camera. Then most people, that's uncomfortable. So it's going to be, you know, ushering them to do so. And that's going to be the hard part, but I think at the same time a fun part. Like, hey, come here. Hey, tell me about, you know, do you 3D print at all? Okay, you don't. And then we'll segue in. There's a whole list of questions that they can be asked on little cards. But we're also going to use that to kind of introduce, as we can, and depending how busy things are, to introduce different employees from Polymaker. So from the China team, the European team, of course the NA team, us. Yeah, so it'd be kind of a cool time. If you're not doing anything, unfortunately, it is a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday event. But during the event, all the way up till 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, yes, Detroit, you can tune in to the Twitch stream, as long as we don't have any technical issues, which we'll see. But throughout the days, we're going to be streaming. Only 4 hours from Rapid. Yeah, Big Jan had to come out. There's going to be a lot of us team members there. And then, yeah, there's, I know Sam Prentice is going to be there, Joel Telling, of course, and David Tobin. So there's going to be a whole slew, but exciting. So I've got the Adepticon this weekend. I got 1 week of playing catch up and getting things finalized and fully ready, and then drive up on Monday morning. So we'll set up on the 7th and then be ready to go on the 8th, 9th, and 10th. But is anybody here going or potential to go? I know Big Jano said he's not too far away, so maybe if he can make it work. We have fun, official. If it's somebody like me that gets the mic, yeah, you're done. You might as well just call it for another hour and be like, yeah, nobody else can talk right now. This guy's on camera. I'm sure we'll get some fun personalities. We'll usher in like Sam and Joel and whatnot, and, you know, maybe get some juicy confessionals from them. I would kind of feel like a traitor to my own country. Sorry. I mean, you can come and it's, you know what, the Rapid TCT is really, it's global. I mean, there's, you know, companies from all over the place. And also at the same time, there's going to be an Aero Defense conference, like in the same building or attached or somewhere close. So we'll kind of intermingle. I don't know if they have to pay to get into that event or not, but yeah, stop by. I mean, if you can make it, I think it would be definitely worth it. I can't say it is for sure worth it because this is my very first Rapid that I've been to. So I'm definitely excited. Driving up Monday. Wait, driving up it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think. Oh, I know it is. Hold on. I see. I got my dates all wrong. Yeah, it's 8th, 9th, and 7th, 8th, 9th, or 8th, 9th, and 10th. Yeah, it's 8th, 9th, and 10th. I'm pretty sure. Now you got me questioning things. Rapid TCT Detroit dates. 8th through the 10th. Yeah, so you might want to not come up until Tuesday. Tech Huskies. And I'll make sure, I mean, you'll have many ways to earn a Polycoin, but I'll make sure that you walk away with one. Yeah, Pezos, like I say, yeah, we don't, we love everybody. We love getting together no matter who, where, what, why, and when you are. Oh, you're gonna stay with family. Okay, so are you gonna come to are you gonna come to Rapid then? Or are you just going to be in the area with family? Coffee crisp. Ugh. Not getting very much done today. I'm getting sidetracked. But let's see. Event-wise, really, I mean, the next thing we're going to start planning for is Rocky Mountain. But I want to get through these next two first. And then we have Rocky Mountain. Then we have Open Sauce. Or no. Rocky Mountain, Murph, Open Sauce. And then 3D Printopia. And everything in between. Yes, coming to Rapid for at least Tuesday and Wednesday. Awesome, Tech Huskies. Definitely, obviously, you know, it's a given. You got to stop by and say hi to the Polymaker crew. Get one of the coins. Not that you can't print it yourself, but it's not as cool, you know? We're going to have, so Nick originally had figured 500 would be fine because people are going to be giving them back to buy stuff from our, you know, faux store. But no, we're getting 1,000. So Sideline View Station is actually helping print them and send him the filament, and he's able to get 1,000 done and ship out to me. So it's like, yeah, let's just do 1,000. If we end up with extra, we'll just take them to other events. Not a big deal. Ketchup chips and shit. Yeah, you guys, ketchup chips. I used to eat those. I used to go to Canada like every few years for family vacation. And did get the, that's my first time ever having pickle chips also. And I love pickles, so. But what are you guys working on? Let's throw it over to you guys. Are you guys working on any fun projects or anything that you're excited about, or maybe something that you're going to bring to Rocky Mountain or elsewhere? Geocaches for an up and coming guy. See that? So I've seen a lot of people doing geocache stuff, which I used to be really big into the geocache thing, and I never created 3D printed. This is, I think it was actually before I 3D printed, but I just found it through something on the internet, and I would always watch it, but where I live, there wasn't really much around. And then finally we went to I don't remember what city we went to, and looked it up. I'm like, oh, there's stuff all around. So then we kind of spent half the day doing so. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, especially searching for stuff, and then especially the ones that are hidden and have cool clues and fun stuff. Worth it. And plus it gets you out and running around. Yeah, so sponsorships, there's so many different variables with sponsorships. It's usually with like content creation, marketing purposes, or like for schools to help teach, for students and things like that. But typically not donations or giveaways or things for sale. Got a lot of people that reach out for sale items, and we can't fund your business venture. You're working on your pro streamer setup. Oh, that's the big dashboard, right? The big old gauge clusters, as Liz, by K2. We're on getting a BTT Octopus board, talking to ESP32 touch LCD to control and see. It's if anybody that didn't know 3D printing hasn't been in it long, they think that you just threw a bunch of numbers and letters together in that message. Polymaker logo made it into a number of student presentations today. Darth Gallum, thank you for that. It's all the capstone projects and things like that. In my schools, I don't think they've ever had them. Not, I don't remember them, or else I probably would have, involved myself a little bit more into them. But the things these kids are coming up with and designing and coming up with, and I said coming up with twice. But now that they have 3D printing to help that, it's awesome. So yeah, like I said, when we can promote that within students, it's awesome. It's a huge tool to learn so many different aspects. No one makes money geocaching. No one makes money doing that. Unless you find somebody really gracious that found the cache before you and then, instead of just putting some little trinket in it, they put money. I've never had that, but I also haven't been geocaching in forever. Wait until I have some pictures to share with you. Oh, yeah, I can't wait. Between the school stuff that we sponsor, the robotics that we sponsor, it's awesome seeing what these kids come up with, and how much involved they are. Like, it's not just hey, they got an adult teacher who's doing everything and they're just kind of representing the team. Like, no, they're coming up with these ideas, and I can't wait, because I go to a school, Bosque School in New Mexico on next month on the 23rd. So the 25th won't work for Cedar Point. Sorry, guys. Actually, I'll be home the day before. But anyway, we have a Maker Lab there that we're sponsoring, and I'm going to go help set it up, and all that's going to be on stream. So on the 23rd, what is it? It's 10 a.m. Is it Pacific time? I don't know. New Mexico, is that far enough over? Whatever time, it's 10 a.m. in New Mexico is when I'll be probably starting up the stream and helping. Basically, they've got a handful of bamboo printers. We're gonna get those set up. Hopefully the wall is either gonna be set up while we're there or set up prior. That's gonna have a big old Polymaker logo, all sorts of fun stuff. Copy and paste, yeah, software engineer. That's the one part of my job, like to copy over data, and it's tedious. So props to those who can do that 24/7 or 40 hours a week, whatever it might be. Why don't they make high-speed silk? It's a good question. I don't know. I would imagine the characteristics of silk and just the way it expands and pushes through. Could they make it? I'm sure, but you got to think, anytime that you change any little bit of a filament, and I'm not product manager by any means, but it can change a whole lot of things. One little thing to change a color of something could then change the sheen of something, can change the flow rate of something. So there's so many things, and that's why I don't know how many of our 80 plus R&D staff are doctors. They all have their doctorates in something, so they're bright as can be. They know what affects what, but I'm sure there's probably a reason. But with everything going high speed, Polymaker is working to stay with that. I mean, we're not looking to just continue making the same exact stuff for years and years over. We want to improve it. We want to be able to print things high speed, get the same characteristics, the same strength, layer adhesion, same color, same sheen. That was the whole idea with CoPE. Printability, fast printing, bridging, keeping the sheen no matter if you did slow or fast, so you didn't have to tune parts of the print or slow it down for certain sections that weren't printing fine. That is just, you throw it in, a high-speed print, and it goes. So the goal is to do that with everything. It doesn't mean convert everything to CoPE before anybody runs with that idea. Light transmission, yeah, so TD is a big deal. So that's it's crazy how much momentum HueForge got and still has. I mean, it's not amazing because it is an awesome application, but it's definitely, I think even Steve just is probably shocked by how much it's just grown. Fast and shiny. That's right. But so some of the CoPEs, like the blue CoPE, has a nice sheen to it. Not full silk, but it's got a nice sheen to it. I mean, all the CoPE has a little bit more sheen to it than like say PLA or especially Polyterra, obviously, and Chroma Matte. Let me get that right. But yeah, so there's which we do have I think this week, the feedback hour with Sean, which is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard on Thursday. We're going live on Twitch, so it won't be in your normal Discord open stage. It'll be live on Twitch. So when you see that go live at 5 p.m. Eastern, it's Sean. I'm hoping that the support that I get through all the shows and everything else and the streams, that carries over, because the more people we have on his stream, and it's not even about viewership or anything like that, we don't monetize any of this, the more people, because in Discord we typically get maybe 10 to 15 people on the feedback hour, so we're limited on the feedback. Some of the stuff is the same stuff we've talked about, about, but get everybody else's input, so that way we can improve things even better, get better ideas, or I want to say better ideas, more things to go off of. Yeah, also lean into the earth tones, camo. There's some different things coming. Yeah, we have a lot coming. The Michael and Switch, lots of stuff. Welcome in CGS Creations for those that were looking for CGS in the chat and said they don't exist. CGS_Creations. But yeah, what else I want to talk about? Like I said, I didn't think things through because I was working on stuff, but I was building a new printer, not an H2D. Pretty much as this stream was starting, I'm going to finish it up afterwards in Hangout. If anybody wants to come to Discord and check it out, Cobra Max 3, it got delivered today, so I want to set that up. And it's a good looking printer, but it's big, so it'll be fun. Fixing a washer, yeah, always something to fix, right? But what else? There's got to be something else that I'm not thinking of to talk about, other than a mess all over the place. Messes. Does anybody have questions? Whether it be on upcoming events, ideas, product wise, yeah, there's not much I can talk about. That's a lie. Next Tuesday, if I get the permission to, I might announce a new product. I haven't got the approval yet, but pretty cool product. I will actually, it'll be here tomorrow. It'll be delivered tomorrow. And I'll have 4 or 5 spools. So, what is it? I don't know. Is it a new Polymaker product? Yes. What is it? Who knows? It's not merchandise, so don't get your hopes up there. Let's say that the product is on a spool. I seen the message. I'll read it in a second. Drive over and do it. James the printer. What is that? What do you say? When will the yeah, never. And the only reason I have that close is because what's behind it. I think it was Joe in Hangout the other night. He seen the flashing red lights on the floor. He's like, what are those flashing red lights? And the kids have been taking the RC cars out, so the chargers are just on the floor plugged in and charging. So yeah, it's just much of a mess there as it is here. But the goal is tonight, this will be all cleaned up because I've got the scientists, which here, if anybody's never seen this, I guess let's show this stuff off. So you've seen in the background, I think, those, you can't really see them now. They're white plastic corrugated plastic boxes. Pretty ideal for shipping, but then we have custom foam cuts for our scientists. So this way we can ship out our entire scientist display. So it takes almost 2 full trays. So 3 of these fit in one box. And right now I have all 173 Panchroma scientists printed. And they take up almost 2 full ones. I think we have like 2 empty rows on the other one, but they're all there. So isn't that cool looking? Unless you have like that trypophobia or triophobia, the fear of holes. But that way they don't break and they can move around, but then they stack on top of each other and fit tightly in the box. So really cool. We have a slot for the computer for the scientist game itself. So yeah, so it makes it a lot easier to ship. And now that we have an event pallet that's centralized at a warehouse for me, 15 minutes away, makes it nice. Which I have to go tomorrow morning and load that pallet up, which is scientist box, stand box, 2 shipping totes. What else we got? And then any other miscellaneous stuff, which I have to get that around today. So just a couple things to do before last minute, because that'll be picked up to go to Rapid while I'm gone in Milwaukee. And then next week too, there might be something going on. Polymaker might be doing something, maybe a teaser on Sunday, announcement on Monday. Not the product. This is a different thing. Like I said, ideally I get to announce the product myself. I don't know if I'll beat marketing, but we'll see. The thing is, I'll have the legit physical product in my hand. What's up, CJ Prop Studio? You should have 3D printed it. 3D printed what? Oh, the the box. I mean, we could have in sections, but it was foam, so stacked foam glued, and then it was water jetted out for the custom sizes. Because then, so we have, what is it? Two full boxes of scientists to cover the whole, which is 400. I think a little over 400 maybe. And then we have 2 more boxes that are the stands that they go on. Hey, what's up, Hutch's Makerspace? From British Columbia? Or from, I don't know. I was going to try to be creative. My brain's fried, so to be creative is hard. Nice. Cut it since Twitch didn't notify me. How dare Twitch? You know what? I'll have a talk with Twitch. I'll call him right now. I'm going to call Twitch's mom. Rat him out. Cool new Deska unit for the poly dryer. New poly maker 2.8. Yeah, it's not 2.85. No. It's getting really annoying for everybody's streams getting even later. Well, I always do 7 p.m. has always been my time for, well, at least me, the poly maker. And then it was just ideal for this to be 7. And it's always hard because it's to try to cover everybody. It's a weird time. You know, you guys are usually 5 to 6 hours ahead of me. West Coast is 3 hours before me. So I work from home, so I can stream anytime. But then, you know, when is everybody available? You know, if I'm streaming too early, everybody in America is at work. Not that, you know, I've never watched Twitch at work before. I mean, more so now, but I'm in at prior jobs. Hey, Technoside 2, how's it going? We were talking about the Polycoin earlier. So Tech Huskies is going to make it up to a Rapid TCT, so that way you can see the collection in person and get one. Are you coming? I don't know where you live, so I have no idea if that's even a possibility. But it'd be cool to have you both there. You know, come visit the booth and show you around, let you play the games, and get you some collections of your own Polycoins. So 1,000 of them being printed, which, well, let's see here. I'll show you what it looks like. I think 735 coins look like. Okay, yep, we got that. So let's save that. I'll share the picture. And again, they still have the clear. The clear will be removed, but let's make it big. Look at them stack of coins. Isn't that cool? Anybody who says otherwise is crazy. Does, yeah, that's the just the silk gold. Did the metallic gold and it was just too matte in comparison. So yeah, these are coming out very nice. Again, by Sideline View Station. So getting those printed and they look good. So thank you again. But now talking event wise again is going back to events. Obviously Rapids taken care of. Adepticon we're going to soon. Next one is Rocky Mountain. We've got a booth layout kind of set up done. We'll talk details probably more next week. And kind of get more ideas from there. So if anybody's got brainstorming, yeah, I mean, you can mention it now and I can make some notes. But is there anything that, other than the interactive stuff, obviously we're going to take the Panchroma game as long as I can get it modular, which I should be able to. We'll have the scientist game. That's kind of a what do I say, a staple of our booth. That's never made it to Murph. I mentioned that before. It'll make it this year. But is there anything other than the interactive stuff that you would like to see at the booth? Obviously we're gonna have community prints. We always love those. So if you guys have any really awesome prints that are easy to ship, I don't want to break anything anybody's got. But you know, let me know. I can't accept everything. So if you say, hey, can I send this to you? And I say no, or you send it and it doesn't make it, I can't guarantee anything because it depends what all we got. And we'll have some stuff that's already in office, some stuff I have here. I think James actually still needs to send me the King Kong, which is an amazing thing we got back at 3D Printopia in 2023. I always said I was going to steal it so I can have it because it looks awesome. Even though I have the file to print it myself. You know, who knows? If I can post link. Yeah, Joe Lambic. Absolutely. As long as they're, you know, appropriate links. But yeah, Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival. If you haven't planned on going and you can make it, well worth it. If you want a hotel, I can recommend Greeley, which is about 20 to 25 minute drive from the event location. Much cheaper there. They're still starting to go up though in price, but you're gonna not spend $300 to $800 a night at a hotel. You're gonna be printing at the booth. Multicolor printing is all the rage. Yeah, so we've talked about that. We have an option to display a positron and possibly an option to display a stealth changer. The biggest thing is those booth or the tables. They're not always the most solid. So we don't want something that rocks too much, but yeah, that's not out of the question because there's an actual tool changer printed fully in Polymaker filament. So that is one of the options. We have kind of a base layout of if it was going to be there, where we can display it. Bring the Cobra 3 or the S1. Too much of a pain. I have the Cobra 3 and the Cobra 3 Max. You just got here. You can kind of see it. See a little teaser right there? The Cobra 3 Max. I don't have the S1. I went with the Cobra 3 Max because it's multicolor and it's huge. Same reason I have the K2 Plus because it's big and it's multicolor. Tempted to bring back too much stuff for flying and Joe Lambic. So just talked about this. We'll get sidetracked again. I always fly Southwest because Southwest gives you 2 free checked bags. And the prices usually aren't bad. They're changing that. I think it's May 27th is the last day that you can do 2 free checked bags unless you're like the business select, like the most expensive. There's always like 4 tiers. If you're the highest tier, then you still get 2 checked bags. If not, you get 1 checked bag and then have to pay for the other. I don't know the pricing, what it is, but the reason I'm talking about it is I'm the same way. If I go to any of these events, I will pack my little suitcase with all my clothes and everything and toiletries and all that in a small one, and I'll put that small one inside of a big one. And that way when I come home, I can still have the small one with all the clothes and the big one can be filled with stuff. Whether it be trinkets, filament. I may or may not search Facebook Marketplace whenever I travel to big cities. And I have came home with stuff. Years ago, the wife won an award through her work, and it was down in Orlando, Florida. And during one of the days, they had like a 3-hour meeting that all the workers that won got to go to. So I was just free to do whatever. And I found it was a GTX 1080 Ti. At that time, it was like the cream of the crop. That was about an hour away. He couldn't come to me. I had to go to him, but it was a super killer deal. So then I ended up using Turo for the first time, and I had like it wasn't a free trip, but it was like 50% off or something. So then I paid, and the person was able to drop the car off to me at my hotel. I got the video card, drove back to the hotel, and then they picked up their car from there. And my wife got back from the meeting, and I showed her what I got, and she was, I think, disappointed. You come to Florida, and that's what you're going to do is go buy a computer part. Yes, always deals. Anyway, this is not even 3D printing. Like today's stream has been, phew. But here again, here actually I'll lift up to see how beautiful this machine does look. It's just big. Is look at this thing. This thing's big. So I gotta find a place for it now because I have no idea where it's going. Plus it's got the Ace combo, and of course there's no mount for it. So, and it's way too tall to mount on top of it. The original Cobra 3 had a 3D printed mount that actually sits on top and works really well. I have no idea what I'm doing with that one. 3D printer doctor, welcome in. Like the tool head more than the one on my Max K3. Yeah, I didn't look to see how much it's different. I had to actually change it. So they send you a Cobra 3 Max and the Ace Pro separately. The Ace Pro came in yesterday. The printer came in today. I have to install the cutter in the tool head and then change the top piece. So it takes the 4 PTFE instead of the 1. Why they want to just make it 4 default anyway. Southwest left you stranded and literally threw boxes of pizza at the crowds. That was their way of trying to calm the crowd. Take your pizza. It's like corporate America. Good job, guys. Let's have a pizza party. Yeah, I don't know if they sell the Cobra 3 Max by itself yet or not. I think right now it's $6.99 for the Cobra 3 Max combo. Shook Monk. The door is in desperate need of many things. So this wall used to not exist. So I put in this wall. This is years ago. This is all epoxy floor. I put in carpet. Over here, which you probably can't see, is where my wife was doing sublimation on a blanket, and the sublimation bled through and she caused a nice little black shadow in the brand new carpet. But we won't talk about that. But yeah, the door is just, yeah, the door. It needs trim. It needs leveled right. I mean, it'll close and shut and close and shut. It'll close and open fine, but yeah. That's why I have a green screen during Meet the Polymaker, so you don't see that stuff. But I have other things going on. You can see behind me. The door is the least of my worries. So you can get a K3 Max for, yeah, so for $549. I'll see at that point, $150 for a combo. Even if you have the combo or the Ace Pro already, $150 for another one. Might as well, because you can do 8. 3D print a door with a door. I mean, I probably could just 3D print a doorknob on it. I could do, you know, who wants to come up with a really cool door design? And I would do this too. It had to be cool. I don't know, like, and it had to be voted by me cool. Because there's a lot of things that could be cool, but something cool that would fit the aesthetics of what you kind of see right now. A Hue Forge, and I'll print it. I would gladly cover that in a Hue Forge mural. I know enough of the Hue Forge guys, they can help me, you know, process it quick, but a really cool graphic, I'd be all about it. You know, you can put a Polymaker logo on there too. I'm not only an employee, I'm also a shill. It's easier to finish the door or have to explain it. Oh wow, Constructicon. You're Constructicon. Why don't you come over and finish the door? Fully level it, frame it properly, put a border around it. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Again, Ohio, Midwest Ohio, you want to come do it for free? I'm not paying because I can slap some paint on it. But it's all yours. Next time I'm gonna put a box. There's something that's just gonna block the view there. Actually, you know what? Here, let's do this. Let's do. We can fix this. Give me just a moment. Figure we haven't been really on track this whole stream. There we go. And we're gonna do new. Add. There we go. Ta-da! Look how well I did on painting that door. It looks so good. Impossible folding door. Use something like the colored like that colored like the nail leaves. Oh, is that they look like triangles and it kind of folds out? It's weird. I don't think I have the space for it. Next time I come on stream, I'm just gonna like put a box over here to make it look like it's covering up something. Like, hey, sorry guys, I didn't have time to move this, you know, embargoed, NDA'd, super secret, top secret printer. So that's why the box is there. And then behind it will just be an Ender 3, OG Ender 3. Anyway. 55 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna get ready to do a giveaway. Like I said, it wasn't super constructive today. I didn't have much planned, but it's really And like I said, I'm going to cut it down to the hour because I've got to get some stuff finished so I can get the pallet all taken care of tomorrow morning and out and get the final stuff done for Adepticon. Again, if you came in late, if you're in the Milwaukee area, it's a 5-day event. I'll be there Friday, Saturday. Actually, Thursday night to Friday to Saturday, and I'll leave, come home Sunday. But if you guys are in the area, like I said, whether the event sounds like something you'd be interested in, come check it out. It's free. And then if anybody's out there, I know, I think Traxman might try to make it up and say hello, probably do dinner or something. So I'd be more than happy to meet with a handful of you guys and girls and babies and dogs. No cats, though. If you bring a cat, you're out. Go away. You painted the door. That is, thank you, Pestless. Thank you for the support, Pestless. I did paint the door. That's so. Actually, I just need a digital graphic of a door, like a really fancy door that I'm just gonna put up as an overlay. What? I don't know. I can't make a circle on this, and plus, I'd take another 10 minutes. So. You know what? Maybe next week. Somebody will send me a nice. Here. I'm gonna move it. So let's. I can move it easily, but I want to just delete it. Delete it. Okay. If any graphic people, you know, you're really, really bored. Right there's the door. Screenshot it. Screenshot that, and then put in another door. And then send me the overlay, the image that you make. And I'll put it up there. Now, maybe if I get multiple people doing it, like every stream we change the door. But you got to make sure too, try to match the color. The whole, it's technically a little bit brighter in here because I didn't turn the overhead lights off. But these streams I keep it a little bit lit. So we'll go with this color, this hue, saturation, shade, whatever you want to call it. I'm obviously not a graphic designer. Make something, you know, and send it to me on Discord. Or if you're not on Discord, I know some people don't like Discord or don't use Discord. Let's see if this works. Oh, it works. Thank you, Creatrix Brit, for teaching me the commands. Is it ITX or LTX Designs? Welcome in. You're just in time. So you were just in time along with Go and DH because we're going to get ready to draw in just a moment here. I'm going to flip over that way. Ta-da! Oh, great. Great, you're in here. Thank you. I get so excited that I can type !contact and my email comes up when it's like a feature that every person on Twitch has known about for 20 years. But with me, it's new. And I'm a tech guy. Who would have thought? Paint over door in gray to match the wall, then print fake door next. So just blend it in with the wall and then have a fake like the Acme one. Havoc 846, Icon 902, welcome in everybody. You're getting in just in time because we're getting ready to draw. We'll give it another minute or two. And this is where I delay time and I yak until I find somebody to raid into. What I'd like to do lately is find a maker. Nothing against you, I'm not that I won't ever raid partners or by any means, but looking for like low view people. Let's see what people are up to. That's okay. Playing video game. Let's try. I usually just scroll down until I find something that catches my eye. Yeah, I didn't lie. I just was on it. It looks like he's playing video games. I'd pulled him up because I seen he was live. Let's find somebody that's got like single digits and they're making something. Here we go. I found one. Let's make sure everything looks good. I think actually somebody had mentioned this person before a week or so ago. We're going to raid out to Laco Masoy. I think Layer by Layer actually recommended this person before. But the channel is intended for mature audiences, just so everybody knows. So I don't know language, whatnot, but they're doing crafting for LARP. My buddy used to play LARP, or do LARP, perform LARP, however it's considered. Yeah, so we're right out there, show them our love. But before that, let's draw for a winner right now. Boom. Here we go. Who do we got? Who do we got? Who do we got? Winner, 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 winner is... Why does it say save? Technoside 2. Congratulations. You know how to get a hold of me, so I don't even have to give you the whole spiel. Reach out. I'll get you a free spool of filament. And remember, guys, before the raid happens here, Polymakers, Beat the Polymaker, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard on Thursday. Make sure to tune in. Show some support there. It's always fun to do. Next week, again, for the Tuesday stream, invite your family and your friends. If I can have any pull at all in this company, I will announce a product and show it off on stream, because it'll be here tomorrow. Then I'm not giving any hints either, so sorry, people. But thank you all for coming. Have a good night. Have a good week. Hope to see you here on Thursday. And if I don't, I still hope you have a wonderful week and weekend. See you guys later.